We help parents raise their kids to be Christ followers. I'm Pastor Dwayne, and today's topic is a way to talk about academic goals. This tip is in a series of tips with a unique purpose. It provides a reference library that you can use for how to have certain kind of talks with your child. There will be some tips you can use at different times during the elementary stage. And these talks should only be a reference that you can tweak for your own unique, precious one. We want these talks to get you thinking about the topic and the need for you to have this talk at some point with your child. All of us want our child to do their best. This especially applies to their academics. I want to encourage you to have some time set aside every day for your child to read. Make reading a part of their life. You want their vocabulary to be as large as it can be. Reading is something that can affect academics positively across the board. Next, I want to encourage you to make sure your child is listening, responding, and obeying. Being able to repeat the correct steps in learning is absolutely essential. We'll talk about this in other tips that we'll do. But today's tip is focused on a way to have ongoing conversations with your child about their academic goals. We want them to do their very best in school. So how do you set the highest standard while not expecting too much? This talk is for you. You know what your child can do. If you sense they could do better in a particular area, don't be afraid to tell them what your expectations are. You could say something like, hey, let's talk about school. How do you think you're doing? Do you think you're doing your best? What keeps you from making the highest grade on the test? Are you making careless errors? Are you lacking focus? You are so capable and you are able to do so well. So right now, you are making these grades in math. Let's focus on correct steps in this area right now and see what we can do to know those right steps. I just want to make sure you are doing your best. Listen to the steps your teacher tells you and repeat those steps. I know you can make A's in this class on every test. I want you to ask me if you are uncertain about anything you're doing in math before there's a test or a quiz. I want us to bring up these grades on every single test. You understand that? Is there anything you have questions about your math right now? Make sure you have plenty of time to answer any questions your child may have. After they're done asking questions, you can say, now, if you think about another question later, feel free to ask me about it, okay? God uses your desire to raise your kid right to get to your heart. Thanks for listening to me. Now, take a moment and let Him speak to you.